Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 68.5 kilograms and trains under Simon Carson out of Absolute MMA. Making his pro debut tonight inside the Eternal Cage, fighting out of Japan by way of Melbourne, Australia. Make some noise for Mayson Nobetsu! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 68.1 kilograms and trains under Miles Murky and Glenn Sparv out of CMBT Training Centre. Boasting an undefeated professional record, 1 win, 0 losses, fighting out of Gold Coast, Australia. This is Tasar Malone! And when our action begins, a referee in charge, Phil Cassidy.
Phil Cassidy, your man in the middle for this catchweight bout.
Fighters ready, fight!
Nobetsu fighting out of the blue corner. Tasar Malone out of the red. Round 1, here we go.
Yeah, and there was some ill feeling at the weigh-ins last night as the boys refused to take their eyes off one another, had to be physically separated. Mayson Nobetsu making his first foray into the amateur ranks. Look at that beautiful step through right kick to the body and just settles himself into southpaw. Dangerous striker, digs to the body and then doubles up on the right hand, the karate fighter from Absolute MMA. Hard calf kick from Tasar Malone.
He's making it look easy, is Nobetsu. Had a good chat to you, Matt Williams, prior to this fight. You said this guy has it all. He's from your neck of the woods down in Victoria, and you can see here making it look quite easy when it comes to the striking.
Yeah, we just came crossed each other's paths in the foyer, and he's just so happy to be here. He feels like it's his time, and he feels like he's got Tasar Malone's number for speed and skill. Tasar Malone has other ideas.
Well, this is his strength, and we've seen Tasar across the course of his 10 amateur fights, and even in his last matchup with Tom Pratt, he likes to press the action and as aggressive as he can, attacking that lead thigh of Nobetsu, but he's no stranger to this, looking to reverse, landing a left hook and an elbow of his own.
Yeah, Mayson Nobetsu enjoying his elbows for the first time. Tasar Malone relentless, just driving in, and he has a gas tank on him. He can do this all night if he has to. Mayson complaining potentially about a finger to the eye. Tasar Malone goes upstairs with an elbow, which opens up the hips of Mayson. Trying to dig an underhook to prevent that, does well to negate that takedown attempt from Tasar. Good frame with the left hand. That opens up the knee. That potentially caused Tasar a little bit of bother up against the fence. Trying to reap the leg now from a defensive position as Mayson. And a beautiful takedown. The back exposed now, and he is dangerous here, T. Watch the boy go to work. 2 hooks in, a dry body of Tasar Malone. Tasar does well to defend that and get his back to the cage.
This is foreign territory for Tasar. We haven't seen him handled like this, but he's done a great job, Matt, getting himself back to his feet. I'm sure Mayson got a little bit excited there, taking the back immediately of Tasar, but knowing that he's in foreign territory, Tasar pressing the action once again.
Yeah, just showing his experience here, Tasar, just returning it back to a position where he can take his time, reset, come up with a plan of attack, just working the legs, the big sturdy legs of Mayson Nobetsu. I'm not even sure they fit in those shorts, Big T.
We can thank the team at Jitsi Club providing all our fighter apparel here this evening. Sizes to fit all, even me and you, Matt.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyone needs to see me and you in those shorts.
Certainly not.
To be honest. Boys circle off the cage, and it's a nice little angle there for Tasar Malone to once again press the action. Mayson staying composed, looking to find his moment. Slips out and tries to land a right hand, but just Tasar closes all the space up now, sucking opportunity away from Mayson to get those hands going. Watch as he puts this frame in now, Big T, with the left arm and tries to go upstairs with the knee. Tasar does well to clear it. Now with a little bit of space in the center of the octagon, center of the cage to work, Mayson can go back to work. Tasar needs to be careful here. had good success with the calf kick early in round one, Tasar Malone. He's looked the goods ever since he made the move over the CMBT. He's just looked a different beast.
He has, and obviously training previously at Shindo Newbreed, making that transition where you're under the watchful eye of Miles Mueke, Jesse Adi. You can see Brenton Mumford in the corner. He seems to be drawing from that experience, implementing that here tonight, man.
Yeah, it just looks completely different. You know, I've prepared one of my fighters to fight Tasar before, and it just looks like a completely different guy that we're watching now as Mayson, with 30 seconds to work, looking to establish hooks. He's got one hand in place. Now that hand's a bit of a threat. Trying to thread the left through now. Some heavy ground and pound. Tasar trying to shuck him off, trying to shake those hips, pull the leg free. Mayson hanging on like a koala on a gum tree. Finds himself on his back with 15 seconds to work, and a Tasar Malone on top of him. Tasar now with the opportunity to expose the back. Just running out of time here, Big T.
This is good positioning for Tasar, and with 10 seconds left, this is how you want to finish the round. And you wouldn't want to be a judge in these circumstances, Matt Williams. I tell you right now, that was a tough round to score. But leave it to Brogan Anderson and the Welsh Dragon to clash a center cage. One man walking away with that championship belt. Back to the action here. Nobetsu starting hard and fast in round two.
Yeah, it was another hard start to round two. Now, this is a dangerous guard that Tasar finds himself in. The guard of the Jiu-Jitsu purple belt, but he does well to escape it. Potentially rushes to the back there, loses position, and now he finds himself with his own back exposed up against the cage.
These transitions are so quick, Matt, and you can see Nobetsu, as soon as Tasar seems like he's got some sort of positional control, he just ends up on his back.
Yeah, he does, but he's also lost this position 3 times. Doing a better job now to slow the movement of Tasar. Looking to flatten him out here. Look at Tasar trying to get that left leg high, trying to bring his knee inside the feet of Mayson Nobetsu. He's so strong, Tasar Malone. Just through sheer willpower, he gets back up to his feet and plows on forward and has a takedown of his own, Tasar Malone.
Down goes Nobetsu. Incredible alliteration from you, Matt Williams. It's always good to have you here beside me. I'll tell you what, I was a bit jealous of you and Brett Bonetti over in Perth, but I'm glad I get to be treated again as Tasar Malone 2 from 2 and takedowns in round 2.
Talking about being treated again and again, the Southport Sharks crowd of Eternal 81 and just being spoiled every single fight, just coming up trumps. Tasar Malone now in top position. 3.5 minutes to work in round number 2 against the debutant Mayson Nobetsu, just raining down left elbows from the sky. Mayson needs to try and get something going here with his legs. Needs to try and get a butterfly hook to try and create some space. Tasar just chest to chest, and that's going to make it really difficult for Mayson to get something going. Now the left leg frees up. Looking to frame on the head now, Mayson Nobetsu. Will he put that left leg on the hip, try and create space? Exposes his back. Tasar Malone all over him.
That's a heavy, heavy man to have on top of you. But there's no doubt the man from Absolute MMA would have got his rounds in down in Victoria, training alongside, as you alluded to earlier, the likes of Joey Luciano, Jack Jenkins. We wish him all the best in his recovery. Looking forward to seeing the UFC featherweight back in action sooner than later. But it's his teammate that's found himself inside a body triangle of Tasar Malone.
Yeah, the tides have turned here between Tasar Malone and Nobetsu. It was one-way traffic there for a second as Tasar Malone sinks the left arm, looking to finish the rear naked choke, and it's tight. Going to work now. Body triangle locked in on the hips. Mayson fighting the hands. Good ground and pound to soften up Mayson Nobetsu, Tasar Malone, and it looks like Mayson Nobetsu out of the woods, Big T.
That was close, Matt. I tell you right now, I thought that was under the chin and over for all money, but you cannot count out the heart of Mayson Nobetsu, looking to shake Tasar off now, but he's controlling that chin.
Yeah, looking to gather up both the arms, and then he will extend one of those legs to draw Mayson back onto the mat, which he's done. And he looked dangerous here before. That right arm positioned in all kinds of bother from Mayson Nobetsu. Tasar Malone looking to get the job done here in round 2, and it's tight. absolute boy, Nobetsu. Tasar Malone gets it done here at Eternal 81.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge has called a stop to this fight at 3 minutes and 45 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner via submission due to a rear naked choke, Tasar Malone!